Hi, it's day 8 with the chicks, so they're just over a week old. And this is space-wise how they're doing. So I have them in the same container that I had them at 1 day old. And it does feel like it's getting crowded. We'll be moving into a new space in 2 days. So everybody will get more room then. But for now it's working. So setup wise, things I would do different. Right now I'm in a garden shed that doesn't have any ventilation, and it's actually been really difficult to control the temperature. So at night, at a week old, even for meat birds, they're growing super fast, but they still need to have heat at night. Because at night here in North Dakota, it's August, but it drops down to about 50 or like low 60s at night, which is too cold for them. So at night, I still put on their heat lamp, and then I just kind of keep tabs on the temperature during the day as to when to turn it off. And then at some point, it's getting too hot, and then I've got to crack open the shed and get a fan going for airflow. So I think next time I do this, I would try to do it in an area that's more climate controlled, but that's tough too because they're so dusty. Like wherever you have chicks, it's gonna leave a coat of film. Let me show you one of these shelves. This is what I'm talking about, this. That's what's gonna happen wherever you have chicks. Because when they start to lose all their little baby fluff, they're shedding so much fine dander. But out of 50 birds, we've only lost one. It was just a day ago. I have no idea why or how it happened. It happened overnight. But for 50 meat birds, only losing one chick so far, I think is pretty good, especially since 20 of the 50 are Cornish cross, which are a trickier bird. They tend to have more health issues. I'll let you look at the babies. So you'll notice from day-old chicks to now, I've swapped. So when we first started, I was using the little glass mason jar style feeders, and the same for waterers. I was using the glass mason jars with the galvanized metal base, thinking it would be easiest to clean and it would have the most longevity over plastic. But then very quickly I realized that they were growing at a pace where that amount of food, even 3 of these, I had 3 feeders and 3 waterers, and I was having to replace them and like top them off during the day. So I just recently upgraded. I've got a 3-gallon water container, a 3-gallon waterer, and a large, it's a 12-pound feeder. And that seems to be doing well. So I just started rationing their feed, and so last night for the first time in the evening I picked up their feed, and then first thing this morning I came out and I put their feed down, and they were all, so during the day this size feeder is fantastic for them, no problems. Everybody shifts back and forth between the water and the food. They know what's up. But first thing in the morning when everybody's hungry at once, like there was a lot of trampling happening. So I have a secondary feeder, one of these, that allows a lot of space on either side for extra birds to come up, and so everybody can get their breakfast at the same time. So I let them feed like that first thing in the morning for about an hour, and then once everybody calmed down, I removed that so that they had extra space just to move around. And yeah, that's how we're doing it. It's very high maintenance. I need to find some efficiencies. I will find some efficiencies. Right now we're not in an ideal space, but as soon as we get to expand a bit more, then yeah, round 2 is always easier than round 1, right? So I'll keep you updated on future changes and how everybody's doing. Thanks for watching. Bye.